Welcome. In front of me is a OnePlus 10T, and today I'll show you how you can apply a tempered glass to your device. So for this specific video I'll be using a glass for a Samsung, but it doesn't really matter. The size of the display is basically the same, so this specific tempered glass covers it perfectly, as you can kind of see right here. So that's what I'm going to be using for this video. Now, honestly, it doesn't really matter if it's correct or not. It's primarily the process at which you apply, which I'll go through and walk everybody how you can do that. Now, anyway, to just jump straight to it, apart from the tempered glass with the package that you get it in, you should also find one of these things, a wet and dry wipe. Now, these are, I was gonna say fine, but I'm not gonna lie to you, they're not. If you don't have any kind of anything else. If you do, probably even like a shirt, it probably will work better than this. I'm just not gonna sugarcoat it. And just to kind of go over it, this is the wet wipe, so let's just, show you the size of this. There we go. That's the entire wipe. I better use all that space correctly, There we go. I can wipe off your device with this. It is obviously moist, as you can hopefully see. There we go. So it is moist, as you can gather from this. Not every wipe will be. Sometimes they just come out dry if the tempered glass was laying on the shelf for too long. And once you wipe it down with a wet one, which helps you just gain any kind of like deeper dirt that was on your device, like spit maybe, or whatever the heck you had on it, then you can grab the dry wipe, which is the same size, and dry it off. Though it's probably already dry, and now you're probably realizing that you're creating smudges on your device, because this is kind of stupid. So I'm gonna try to catch this. Hopefully you can it's kind of hard to show it, but yeah, it's not necessarily clean. So if you have a microfiber cloth or a clean shirt that won't leave smudges, you can just do this and single wipe, and it's already hella better than with the wet and dry wipe. So there we go. Once your display is completely clean, you can put it down and get ready with the tempered glass. Now, before I actually apply it, I'm gonna quickly go through how I do it. So let's start off with the tempered glass. As you can see, I do have a number 1 right here. Some of the tempered glass that are out there might have 2 sides to peel off, so 1 and 2. Though here it's start and finish, which is not the greatest example, but hopefully you get the point. If that is the case, you always will obviously peel off number 1. This will reveal the sticky side of a tempered glass. So whatever you grab right here, whatever you're holding with the part 1, you peel it off. That's the part that you throw out, and that will reveal a sticky side on the tempered glass, which in this case, it's this way. So this comes off this way, and I'll just kind of put the glass like this. So there we go. Now that's basically step number 1 on the tempered glass. Number 2 is how I apply it. Now obviously if you have a method of applying a tempered glass, why are you watching the video? And number 2, there might be different kinds of tempered glass. So this one is full, like it has no protrusions in it, no weird like cutouts. So it will just fully cover the display. But obviously if you have like some kind of U-shaped cutout or a hole punched camera on the display, then you'll want to apply the glass based on that punch out or cutout, whatever it is. So here we have a camera in the middle, which would usually probably leave either a hole punched glass or nothing, like in this case. If you have a hole punched, then you might want to start off by aligning the tempered glass with the camera. So just align it with it, and then you want to align it correctly that the top right and left side, technically this is the right and this is the left side, are evenly spaced out, so they're not like this where you have too much space right here and kind of like this. You get the point, hopefully. So you just align it with the camera, then with the bezel, And then while pinching the display, or the glass, you want to also pinch the display. So it allows you to align the tempered glass evenly between a right and a left edge of the phone. And doing the same kind of method, you want to then lower it, because I'm holding it at an angle. As you can see, you want to lower it, and with the same kind of logic, while holding it, feel the bezels and apply it to the middle. Once you drop it on the display, it should start applying itself to the screen. If it doesn't, just give it like a tap or something, and it should then start like glowing itself. You will see it once it starts happening. So anyway, I'm gonna jump to the actual process right now. I'm gonna give it a couple more passes, considering I did finger up the display a little bit. You do also want to be wary about just dust. It might create some kind of air bubbles, so before you apply the glass, just make sure you have no dust particles on the display. And from there, which I still do. There we go. So once it's ready, you want to kind of be quick about it, peel it off, and prepare. So now I'm gonna align it. Again, I'm holding it at an angle, pinching the bezels right here so it gives me a correct spacing, and then lowering it down. And I did manage to get some trash here. Fantastic. There is also an air bubble right here, though this one isn't caused by anything, so I can just hopefully push it out. This one will be annoying. So in this case, the reason why I mentioned this one will be annoying is because it doesn't want to push out. It just minimizes itself, but probably if you have something like this and you see this weird, like, whatever you want to call this, you just compressed the air in here. It's going to expand anyway later on, so probably if you put the phone down, pick it up in an hour, you'll probably see an air bubble again. So to fix this up, you could just try to lift it up again carefully. You can see it is kind of coming off. There we go. And you can see now it's gone. Now another thing, like I mentioned, I did have a I was gonna say I did have some kind of dirt here, but it looks like it just kind of decided to almost cover itself completely anyway. I think it's this little dot right here. Now if you manage to get something a little bit bigger that causes your tempered glass to bubble up and not stick to your display fully, though it's not recommended, you could lift it up, grab tweezers, and just pluck it out of there. Most of the time, if you just use the tweezers and kind of like scratch it against the tempered glass, the glue, it won't really damage it. So the tempered glass, once the particle is removed, should just apply it back on there without any major problems. So there we go. Anyway, as you can see, tempered glass is applied pretty evenly. It's covering the entire display pretty nicely, and obviously everything is working just fine right now. So there we go. So this is how you could apply your tempered glass, and if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.